Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please take your seats at this time as the program will begin momentarily.
If you hear the word coding, it is likely that you will first think about programming. However, in a qualitative research context, coding refers to systematically searching and arranging the interview transcripts, observation notes, or other non-textual materials that the researcher accumulates to increase the understanding of the phenomenon. The process of analyzing qualitative data predominantly involves coding or categorizing the data. Basically, it involves making sense of huge amounts of data by reducing the volume of raw information, followed by identifying significant patterns, and finally drawing meaning from data and subsequently building a logical chain of evidence. In this example, we will introduce you to coding and analyzing qualitative data. Coding or categorizing the data is the most important stage in the qualitative data analysis process. Coding and data analysis are not synonymous, though coding is a crucial aspect of the qualitative data analysis process. So let's look into this further. In simple terms, codes are tags or labels for allocating identified themes or topics from the data compiled in the study. Traditionally, coding was done manually, with the use of colored pens to categorize data and subsequently cutting and sorting the data. Given the advancement of software technology, electronic methods of coding data are increasingly used by qualitative researchers. There are specialized software programs available. Most of them are licensed, but there are also free open tools available online. You could even use Excel as a tool to code qualitative data. In this qualitative data analysis example, we will base our analysis process on grounded theory. This is an inductive way of approaching the analysis, so insights and results will emerge from the data. Taking a grounded theory approach to data analysis means allowing the data to speak for themselves, rather than approaching the data within, for example, existing theoretical frameworks. This process involves open coding, actual coding, and selective coding. So what is open coding? Basically, you read through your data several times and then start to create tentative labels for chunks of data that summarize what you see happening, not based on existing theory, just based on the meaning that emerges from the data. Actual coding consists of identifying relationships among the open codes. What are the connections among the codes? In the final selective coding stage, you figure out the core variable that includes all of the data. Then you reread the transcripts and selectively code any data that relates to the core variable you identify. In this example, you see how open coding is done, which is nothing more than just having a piece of text, choosing a chunk of the data that has meaning to you, and coding it. If you've done the open coding, you'll end up with a list of open codes. And with actual coding, you look for the connections among these chunks. Finally, you take it more general and you do selective coding, where you go through the transcripts again, go back and forth, but basically you look into the actual codes to subtract more general categories. So what happens now? The important thing to remember is that coding is not the analysis. Coding is often a precursor to analysis in the same way that a good filing system is a good start for doing your accounts. If everything is in the right place, the final product will come together much easier. Yet I have some tips for you. Look back to your research question. Although it may be a very general question, it will get you back in focus when you look at it again and connect it to your coding. Analyze this coding structure and go back to your transcripts. Then re-explore the literature and connect it to your coding. And always keep asking why. In the end, don't panic. There's a lot of help and resources available for you to do your analysis.